in the kitchen making coffee. She gets sick pretty easily.
Martha? Martha hasn't been sick a day in her life. That's the kind of time she spends in the rest home.
No, my wife gets sick very easily. Your wife is Martha.
Yes, I know.
She doesn't really spend any time in a rest home.
Your wife?
No, your wife.
No, she doesn't. No, I would if I were her, I mean. But I'm not, so I don't. I'd like to, though. I mean, things get pretty bouncy around here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You saw an example of it already.
I try not to...
What? Get involved, is that it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yes, I imagine not.
I find it embarrassing.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, really, quite.
Yes, really, quite. It's disgusting.
Look, I didn't have anything...
No, it's disgusting. You think I like having that, whatever it is, ridiculing me and tearing me down in front of you? Do you think I care for that?
No, I don't imagine that you care for that at all.
Oh, wow. Your sympathy disarms me. Your compassion makes me weep large, salty, unscientific tears.
I just don't see why you feel the need to subject other
Oh,
people to it. You and your wife want to go at each other like a couple of animals.
Oh,
I don't know why you would just wait until there's somebody else around.
Self-righteous.
You can't, mister.
Scientist.
I have never hit an older man.
Oh, no. You just hit younger men, and women, and children, and birds. And well, you're quite right. It would be a very pretty spectacle. A couple of middle-aged types hacking away at each other, all red in the face and winded, missing half the time.
Oh, you two don't miss. You two are pretty good. Impressive.
And impressive things impress you, do you? You're easily impressed.
No, it's just that sometimes I can admire things that I don't admire. Now, flagellation isn't my idea of good times, but...
But you admire a good flagellator.
Yeah,
Your wife throws up a lot, does she?
I didn't say that. I said she gets sick pretty easily.
By sick, I thought you meant...
Yeah, well... It's true, she does throw up a lot. And once she starts, there's practically no stopping her. She'll just go right on for hours. Not all the time, mind you, just regularly.
You can tell time by her, right?
Just about.
Drink?
Yeah. I married her because she was pregnant.
I thought you said you didn't have any children. When I asked you before...
She wasn't. It was a hysterical pregnancy.
Oh?
She blew up, and then she went down.
And while she was up, you married her?
And then she went down.
Bourbon is right.
Yeah, Bourbon's right.
You know, when I was 16 and in prep school, during the Punic Wars, a small group of us used to go to New York on the first day of vacation before we all scattered to our homes. And we used to go to a gin joint that was owned by one of the gangster fathers of one of us. Well, this was during the Great Experiment, or Prohibition, as it is more frequently called. And it was a bad time for the liquor lobby, but a good time for the crooks and the cops. So we used to go there and we used to drink with the grown-ups and we used to listen to jazz. And on one such occasion, a 15-year-old boy accompanied us who had killed his mother with a shotgun a few years before. Oh, yeah, no, it was an accident. No, I'm very sure about that. It was a complete accident. No. Anyways, we all sat down and they came around to take our drink order and they got to him. He said, "I'll have a Bergen, please. Give me a Bergen. Bergen and water." We all laughed. And he was a blonde boy with a cherubic face, and we laughed and he got red. And then the crook who'd taken our drink orders, he went to the next table and told them, and so on, and everyone was laughing. But no one laughed louder than the boy who was killed his mother. And soon everyone in the place knew what the laughter was about, and everyone was ordering Bergens and laughing about it. And then the laughter died down, became less general. But every once in a while, someone would order a Bergen and the laughter would rise again. We drank for free that night, but we paid for it on the train the next day going away from New York, each of us alone, with a grown-up hangover. That was the grandest day of my youth.
What happened to the boy? Boy who shot his mother?
I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
The following summer, on a country road, with a learner's permit in his pocket and his father in the front seat to his right, he swerved the car to avoid a porcupine and drove straight into a large tree. He wasn't killed or anything, but while he was in the hospital and conscious and out of danger, and they told him that his father had died, he laughed. I'm told that his laughter grew and would not stop until they jammed a needle into his arm, and then he slipped out of consciousness, and that's when the laughter stopped. Yes, and later on, when he was, recovered from his wounds and was ready to be discharged, they sent him to an asylum. That was 30 years ago.
Is he still there?
Oh, yes, yes. And I'm told that for 30 years, he has not uttered one sound. Martha? Martha?
I told you she's making coffee.
Yes, your hysterical wife goes up and down.
Went up and down.
Went no more?
No more. Nothing.
No. Martha doesn't have hysterical pregnancies.
My wife had one.
Martha doesn't have pregnancies at all.
I don't imagine she does now. Do you have any other kids? Do you have any daughters?
Do we have any what?
Do you, I mean, do you only have the one kid, your son?
Oh. Yes, the one boy, our son.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yes, he's quite a comfort. A beanbag.
A what?
Beanbag. You wouldn't understand. A bean bag.
No, I heard you. I didn't say I was deaf. I said I didn't understand.
You didn't say that at all.
I meant that I was implying I didn't understand, for Christ's sake.
Oh my God, you're getting testy.
I'm sorry.
All I said was that the apple of our three eyes, for Martha is a cyclops, is a beanbag, and you get all testy.
Sorry, it's late. I've been drinking since 9 o'clock. My wife is vomiting. There's been a lot of shouting going on around here.
So you've been testy. Well, that's to be expected. People come in this house, they get testy. Don't worry about it. Don't be upset.
I'm not upset.
Well, you're testy.
Yes?
There's something I want to set straight between you and me. The ladies are out of the room. Something about what Martha said.
I don't make judgments, so there's really no need.
Yes, I know you don't like to get involved, but still, I want to tell you.
I'm the guest. You go right ahead.
Oh, thanks. Yes, that makes me feel all warm and runny inside.
Now, look, if you're gonna start in on that kind of
Hold
stuff
it.
again.
Forest sounds,
Huh?
animal noises. Here's Nancy.
Well, we're sitting up, we're having coffee, we'll be back in.
Is there anything I should do?
No, you just stay here and listen to George decided things, bore yourself to death.
Monster.
Push on.
Bed.
Good night.
With Dan.
Yeah, you two types amuse yourselves. We'll be back in. You clean up the mess you made yet, George?
No, I did not clean up the mess I made. I've been trying for years to clean up the mess I made.
Have you? Have you been trying for years?
Accommodations. Malleability. Adjustments. Now, those are the order of things around here.
Don't try to put me in the same class as you.
Oh, no, of course not. No, your life was much simpler.
You married a woman because she blew up, but me with my old-fashioned way.
There was more to it than that.
Sure. I bet she had money, too.
Yes.
Yes, I was right. You mean I hit it?
Well, you see.
Oh my God, what archery! And on the first try, too. That is amazing.
Well, you see.
Yes, there are other things
Yes.
to compensate.
Yes.
Yes, there always are. Well, I'm sure there are. I mean, I don't mean to be flip, but there are always things to compensate. Now take Martha and me. I mean, you might,
We sort
on the
of grew
surface,
up
seem
together,
like
you
a
know?
knockdown,
We met each
drag-out
other at
affair.
an early age when we were, I don't know, 6 or something.
Yeah, but back in the day, when we
From-
first
from
moved
that
to New
age when we
Carthage
were-
in the beginning.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, please, go on.
No, you're the guest. You go first.
Seems kind of silly now.
Nonsense. So, if you were 6, she must have been, what, 4 or something?
Well, maybe I was 8 and she was 6. We started playing doctor.
Well, there's a healthy heterosexual beginning.
Yes.
Yes, the scientist even then, eh?
Yeah. And so it was always just taken for granted by us and by our families, I guess, and so we did.
Did what?
Got married.
When you were 8?
No, of course not. Much later.
Oh, I wondered.
I wouldn't say that there was any particular passion between us, even in the beginning
Yeah, well, I
of our
don't-
marriage.
I imagine so. I mean, no surprises there after doctor and all.
Hey, let me freshen you up here.
Yeah, sure. After a while, you don't get any drunker, do you?
Well, you do, but it's different, you know, you sort of things slow down, you know, you get sodden, unless you can upchuck like your wife.
And you can sort of start all over again.
People drink a lot out here in the East. And they drink a lot in the Middle West, too.
Yes, people drink a lot in this country. We'll probably be drinking a lot more if we survive. Yes, we should all be Arabs or Italians. For the Arabs don't drink, and the Italians don't get drunk. Except on religious holidays. we should all live on Crete or something.
Which would make us Cretans.
So it would. So it would. So, tell me about your wife's money.
Why?
Well, then don't then.
What do you want to know about my wife's money for? Huh?
I thought it would be nice.
No, you didn't.
All right, the reason I want to know about your wife's money is because I'm interested in the methodology by which you wave of the future boys are going to take over.
You're starting in again.
No, I'm not. Come on, look, Martha has money. You know, her father's been robbing this place blind for years.
No, he hasn't. He has not.
He hasn't?
No.
Okay, Martha's father has not been robbing this place blind, and Martha has no money, okay?
We were talking about my wife's money, not yours.
So talk.
My father-in-law was a man of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
and he was very rich.
What faith?
My father-in-law was called upon by God when he was 6 or something, and he started preaching, and he baptized people, and he saved them, and he started traveling the country, and he became pretty famous. I mean, not like some of them, but he became pretty famous. And when he died, he had a lot of money.
God's money.
No, his own.
What happened to God's money?
He spent God's money, and he saved his own.
Oh,
Yeah, and he ended up pretty rich.
well, I think that's very nice.
Yeah. So my wife has some money.
But not God's money.
No, her own.
Well, I think that's very nice.
Okay.
You do realize that the reason I'm drawing you out about all this is not because I'm interested in your your liability here, but because you represent a direct and pertinent threat to my livability, and I want to get the goods on you.
Sure.
I mean, I warn you. You stand warned.
I stand warned.
All right.
You know, it's you sneaky types that worry me the most. You ineffectual sons of bitches, you're the worst.
Oh, yes, we are sneaky, aren't we? Yes. Elbow to the steely blue eyes and knee to the golden groin, we are the worst.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you don't believe me. You have history on your side, after all.
No, you have history on your side. I have biology on my side. History, biology.
I know the difference.
You don't act it.
I thought we agreed that you were going to take over the history department first before you took over the rest, you know? One step at a time.
Nah, see, what I thought I would do is I would sort of insinuate myself, generally speaking. Just play around for a bit, become a sort of a fact, and then become a kind of a, what?
Inevitability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An inevitability. Take over some courses from some of the older men, start some special groups for myself, plow a few pertinent wives.
Yes, that's it, yes. You can take over all the courses you want, yes, and you can gather as many of your young elites into any gymnasium you want, but until you start plowing pertinent wives, you really aren't working at all. Yes. The way to a man's heart is through his wife's belly, and don't you forget.
I know.
The women around here are no better than pooters. You know, the South American ladies of the evening, you know what they do down there in South America, these pooters? They hiss like geese. They stand around on the street hissing at you like a bunch of geese. You know, women, the faculty wives here in New Carthage, all downtown in front of the A&P, they're standing there too, hissing away like a bunch of geese. Now that is the path to power. Plow them all.
I bet you're right.
Yeah, well, I am.
And I bet that your wife is the biggest goose in the gaggle. Her father, president and all.
Oh, yes, you bet your historical inevitability she is.
Yes, sirree. Oh, I better get her off in a corner and mount her like a goddamn dog.
Yes, well, you certainly should.
You know, I almost think you're serious.
No, baby, you almost think you're serious, and it scares the hell out of you.
Me?
Yes, you.
You're kidding.
Wish I were. Now, I've got some good advice for you if you want.
Oh, good advice from you.
You haven't learned
boy.
yet. Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm giving you some advice.
Oh my God.
All right, look, you are in quicksand and you are sinking fast. You are being sucked down before you know it. Now, I detest you on principle, and you really are a smug son of a bitch personally, but I am trying to give you a survival kit. Now, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Good, all right.
Hey, honey.
All right. You want to play it by ear? That's fine. You'll get there anyway.
Yeah, you just stick to your knitting, Grandma. I'll be fine.
Look, I'm trying to reach out to you.
To make contact?
Yeah.
To communicate?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that is touching. That is downright moving. Up yours!
What?
You heard me.
I mean, you take the trouble to construct a civilization, build a society based on the principles of principle. You make government an art, and you realize that they are and should be both the same. And then you bring things to the saddest of point, to the point where there is something to lose. And then all at once, through all the music, through all the sensible sounds of men building and attempting, there comes the dies irae. And what is it? What does the trumpet sound? Up
Well, here we are, a little shaky, but on our feet.
Goody.
Hey, honey, you feel all right?
A little bit, dear. I'd better sit down, though.
Yes, you sit by me.
Yes, thank you, dear.
Touching, touching.
George, aren't you going to apologize?
What for?
For making the little lady throw up. What else?
I didn't make her throw up.
Well, of course you did.
Oh, no.
Who
I
do
did
you
not.
think did? Sexy over there? You think he made his own wife sick?
Well, you make me sick.
That's different.
Oh, no. I throw up. I mean, I get sick occasionally all by myself without any reason.
Was that right?
You're delicate, honey.
Yes, I've always done it.
Yes, like Big Ben. Huh?
Watch it.
And the doctors say there's nothing wrong with me organically, you know.
Of course there isn't.
Why, just before we were married, I developed appendicitis. Or what everyone thought was appendicitis, but it turned out to be, well, a false alarm.
Yeah? Make me a drink, George. George makes everybody sick. Why, when our son was just a little boy, he used to throw up all the time because of George. It got so bad that whenever George came into the room, he'd start riding retching.
Yes, the real reason our son threw up, wife and lover, is no more complicated than he couldn't stand you fiddling at him all the time. Breaking into his room with your kimono flying, fiddling at him all the time, with your liquor breath on him and your hands all over his heart.
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's why he ran away twice in 1 month. Twice in 1 month, 6 times in a year.
Yeah, he ran away because Martha here was always used to corner him.
I never cornered the son of a bitch in my life.
Yeah, he came running up to me when I came home from work. He said, Mom is always coming at me. It was disgusting.
Liar.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, Martha, embarrassing.
If it's so embarrassing, what are you talking about it for?
Dear.
Yeah. Thanks, sweetheart.
I don't want to talk about it. I would have been happy if it hadn't been brought up. I never want to talk about it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, when we're alone, maybe.
Oh, we're alone.
No, love, we have guests.
You sure have.
Do you think I could have a little brandy? I think I'd like a little brandy.
Oh,
Do you think
sure.
Yes, of course, dear.
Honey, I don't think you should.
Fill her up.
It'll steady me, dear. I am feeling a little unsteady.
Yes, you can't walk steady on only half a bottle. You gotta drink it all.
Yes. I love brandy. I really do.
Yeah, good for you.
Well, if you think it's a good idea,
I know it's best for me, dear.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, good. Thank you. Of course I do, dear.
Yes, you know, I used to drink brandy.
Yeah, you used to drink bourbon, too.
Shut up, Martha.
Oh, did you two have it out while we were in the other room? George tell you his side of things bring you to tears?
Well, no.
Oh, come on, Martha. Please, just stop it. What we did was we sort of danced around.
Yeah? Cute. You mean he didn't tell you about how he could have amounted to something if it hadn't been for Daddy?
Please,
No.
Martha.
How he could have published a goddamn book but
Please,
Daddy wouldn't
it's
let him?
just a book.
No?
A book, just a book.
Just a book? Well, I guess you didn't get the whole sad story. What's the matter, George? You giving up?
No, I'm just trying to figure out a new way to fight you.
Yeah?
You know, guerrilla tactics, internal subversion, something like that.
Well, when you do, George, you let me know, okay?
All right, sweetie.
Why don't we dance? I'd love some dancing.
Honey?
I would. I'd love some dancing.
Honey.
I want some dancing.
All right, for heaven's sake, we'll have some dancing.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I just love dancing, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Gee.
I dance like the wind.
Martha had her daguerreotype in the paper once. What was it, about 25 years ago? Yeah, she took second place in one of these 7-day dance-off thingies. Yeah. Her biceps bulging, holding on to her part.
Shut up and put on a record.
So, how are we going to do this? Mixed doubles?
Well, you don't think I'm gonna dance with you, do you?
No, not with him in the room. Not with Twinkle Toes either.
Oh, I'll dance with anyone. I'll dance by myself.
Honey.
I dance like the wind.
All right, let's choose our partners and hit the sack.
Oh. Wonderful.
Honey,
All right, George. Cut it out.
What, Mother?
Cut it out, George.
honey,
Cut it out, George.
Oh, wee!
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you stopped. Why did you stop?
honey.
Just leave me alone.
I thought it was spitting.
No, you did.
You're always at me when I want to have a good time.
I'm sorry, honey.
Just leave me
Oh,
alone.
well, you can take over, Martha? Yeah, Martha's going to take over now. The little lady's going to lead the band.
I want to dance and you don't want me to.
I'd like you to dance.
Just leave me alone.
Yes, Martha's going to put on some rhythm that she understands, some sacre-du printemps, perhaps. Hi there, sexy. All right, Martha, hit it. Let's do your stuff.
Damn right.
So, you want to dance with me, Angel Tits?
What did you call my wife?
If I can't do my interpretive dance, I don't want to dance with anyone. I'll just sit here and...
All right, stuff. Let's go.
Oh, hi.
Bye.
We'll just sit here and watch.
That's right.
Whoa, you are stuffed, aren't you? I like that. They've done this before.
Yes, it's a familiar dance. They both seem to know.
I like the way you move.
This is an old ritual. Yes. Old as they come.
I don't know what you mean.
So, I'm surprised George didn't tell me his side of things.
Aren't they cute?
Well, he didn't.
Yeah? That surprises me.
Does it?
Yeah. He usually does when he gets the chance.
Is that so?
Uh-huh. It's really very sad story.
You have ugly talents, Martha.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
How do you know?
Don't encourage her.
Go on.
No, I warn you, don't encourage her.
George, don't encourage.
Yeah, I heard it. Tell me more.
Well, Georgie boy here had lots of big ambitions. In spite of something funny in his past. Was Georgie boy had turned into a novel, his first attempt and also his last. Hey, I rhymed!
Yeah, you can rhyme. Go on, go on.
Well, Georgie boy here had this novel, and Daddy took a look at it, and he was very shocked at what he read.
He was.
You're looking
Yes,
for a
he
punch in the
was.
mouth, you know that.
Do tell. A novel all about a naughty boy
Stop
child.
it, Martha.
A naughty boy child who killed his mother and his father dead.
Hey, wait a minute.
All right, that's enough,
And
Martha.
Daddy said, hey, you will not publish such a
All right,
thing.
that's enough, Martha.
What do you think you're doing?
Violence, violence. And Daddy said, look here, kid, you don't think for a second you're going to publish that piece of crap, do you? Not on your life, not while you're working here. You publish that goddamn book and you're out on your ass.
I desist, desist.
Desist!
Oh, I mean
Violence.
to think, publishing a book like that when you're working at a respectable institution like this, if you don't withdraw that manuscript, young man, you will never work here again!
I will not be made mock of.
He will not be made mock of.
I will not.
And you want to know what the clincher is? You want to know what big, brave Georgie boy did?
You will not say this.
The hell I won't. He caved in is what he did. He came home and he took the book and he threw it in the fireplace and burned it.
All right, that's enough.
That wasn't fair, Martha.
Tough!
Okay, that was one game. What should we do now? Come on, we already played Humiliate the Host. What should we do now?
Oh, look.
Oh, look. Come on, we must know some games, college type like us.
I think maybe...
Oh, no, I've got it. What about a nice round of Hump the Hostess? You want to play that one? Do you want to play that one?
Just calm down.
Oh, no, you want to save that one for later, huh? Mount her like a goddamn dog.
Hump the hostess.
Just shut up, will you?
Oh. Well, we don't want to play that one right now, do we? Well, there must be some other game we can play.
Portrait of a Man Drowning.
I am not drowning, Martha.
You told me to shut up.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I've got it. We're not going to play Humiliate the Host. We've already played that one. And we're not going to play Hump the Hostess because, well, we'll save that one for later. But what about now a nice round of Get the Guests? What about that one? You want to play Get the Guests? Book Dropper? Child Mentioner?
I don't like these games.
I think maybe we've had enough of games for now.
No, we haven't. No, we've only played one game. There are other games to play. You can't fly on one game.
I think...
Silence! How are we going to play Get the Guests?
For God's sake, George.
You be quiet. I wonder. Well, now, Martha here, she told you about my first novel, my memory book. Kind of wish she hadn't, but, hell, that's all blood under the bridge. What she didn't tell you about, what Martha didn't tell you about, was my second novel. You didn't know anything about that, did you, Martha? Yeah, you didn't know anything about that? True or false? True or false?
No.
No. Well, it's an allegory, really. Probably. But it can be read as nice, cozy prose. And it's all about a nice young couple who came out of the Middle West. He was about 30, a scientist, a teacher, a scientist. And his mouse was a wifey little thing who used to gargle brandy all the time.
Just a minute.
And they got to know each other when they were wee twigs of a type, and they used to climb under the vanity table and sort of poke around.
I said just a minute.
No! This is my game, all right? You had your games, all of you. This is my game.
I want to hear the story. I love stories.
Yeah. Yes, listen to your wife here. So, Mousie's father was a holy man, and he ran a sort of a traveling clip joint, based on Christ and all the girls, and he took his followers. Well, that's it. He took them.
This is familiar.
No kidding.
Yeah. So he died one day, Mousie's pa, and when they pried him open, all this money poured out of him. All Jesus money, Mary money, loot.
I've heard this story before.
Honey.
Yeah, but that's all in the backwash. That's the early part of the book. So, the scientist and his frau out of the plain states came.
Very funny, George.
Thank you, Martha. And they settled in a town much like Nouveau Carthage here.
I don't think you better go on.
Oh, do you not?
No, I don't think you better.
Oh, I love familiar stories. They're the best.
Oh, you were so right. You were so right. You see, the scientist had his baggage. And part of this baggage came in the form of his mouse.
We don't have to listen to any
One
of this.
Why not?
thing that no one could understand about the scientist was his baggage, his mouse. I mean, here he was, Pan-Kansas swimming champion or something, and he had this mouse. And yeah, she was sort of a simp, and she tooted brandy immodestly and spent half her time in the upchuck.
I know these people.
But she was a money baggage, among other things, and she was put up with.
I don't like this.
Please don't.
George, maybe you'd better stop.
And she was put up with. Stop. Ha ha.
Please don't.
George!
Big baby. Well, that's part of the flashback coming here. The flashback is how they got married?
No.
Yes.
Why?
So how they got married is this. One day, the mouse, she got all puffed up. And she went to the scientist's house and said, "Look at me. Look at me, I'm all puffed up."
I don't like this.
Stop it.
"Oh my goodness," the scientist said.
And then they were married.
And then they were married.
And then?
And then?
What? And then what?
No.
And then the puff went away, like magic. Poof,
Jesus God.
The puff went away.
poof.
Honey, I didn't mean to. Honestly, I didn't mean to.
You told them?
Honey, I didn't mean to.
Oh, you told them? No, I can't believe you told them. No.
And that's how you play Get the Guess.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Naturally.
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry, but I
Leave
didn't
me
mean to.
alone. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
God almighty.
The patterns of history.
You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that at all.
I hate hypocrisy.
That was vicious and cruel.
She'll get over it.
And damaging.
She'll survive.
Damaging to me.
To you.
To me.
To you.
Yes!
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, you need a swine to show you where the truffles are. Well, my boy, you just pick up the pieces where you can find them and you make the best of it.
Go look after your wife.
Just go pick up the pieces and plan a new strategy.
You're gonna regret this.
Probably I regret everything.
No, I'm going to make you regret this.
No doubt. Acute embarrassment, eh?
I will play the charades like you've got them set up. I'll play in your language. I will be what you say I am.
You already are. You just don't know it yet.
Oh no, not really. But you just wait. I will make you watch something come to life you'll wish you'd never set in motion.
Go clean up your mess.
You just wait!
Very good, George.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
real
you.
good.
Yes.
I mean, you really did a good job.
Uh-huh.
You did.
Yes, uh-huh.
That's the most life I've seen in you in a long time.
You bring out the best in me, baby.
Pygmy hunting?
Pygmy.
You really are a bastard.
I?
Yes, you.
Darling, if running back is a pygmy, then you really changed your style. What are you after now? Giants?
You make me sick.
Oh, yes, it's perfectly all right for you, huh? Yeah, you can go around changing the rules any way you want. You can run around this world like a hopped-up Arab, scorching half the earth and slashing everything in sight if you want to. Yes, that's perfectly all right. Let somebody else try it. Oh, no, no, sir.
You're really a bastard.
Huh? Martha, I did it all for you. Oh, yes, I thought you'd like it. Yes, it really is your style, isn't it? All this carnage and blood and all. I thought you'd get all excited. And I thought you'd get all huffing and puffing with your melons bobbling here.
You really screwed up this time, George.
Yeah.
You really have.
Oh, yeah. You can sit in that chair and with a gin running out of your mouth, you can humiliate me and tear me down all night. And it's perfectly all right. That's okay.
You can stand
I
it.
cannot stand it.
You can stand it. You married me for it.
That is a desperately sick body.
Don't you know it even yet?
Martha,
My arm has gotten tired whipping you
you're mad.
for 23 years.
Hey,
And it's not what I wanted.
I thought we were at least on to yourself.
Oh, I'm on to myself, George.
No, you are sick.
I'll show you who's sick. I'll show
our kid.
You.
I warned you, Martha.
I'm
No!
impressed.
I warned you not to take it this far.
I'm just beginning.
God! You know, I'm numb enough now to be able to take you when we're alone. And I do listen to you. And when I do listen to you, I sift through everything. I bring things down to a reflex response, and then I don't hear you. But it's the only way to manage.
Oh, God, have you ever listened to your sentences, George? Have you ever listened to the way you talk? You're so freaking convoluted. You talk like you're writing one of your stupid papers.
I've got to find a way to give it you.
Oh, you've gotten at me, George. You don't need to try. I mean, 23 years of you has been quite enough. You know, what's really happened, it snapped finally.
Oh, for God's sake, Martha.
I've tried, baby. I've really tried.
You, Martha, you are a monster.
I am loud and I am vulgar and I wear the pants in this house because God knows somebody has to. But I am not a monster. I am not.
You are crude and you are self-indulgent. You are filthy-minded.
Snap. Finally snapped. There was a second, maybe back there, just a second, that we could have come through all of this crap and come together.
No, I don't believe that. No, there is not one moment in time, not one moment anywhere, where we could have come together.
But maybe you're right, baby. Oh, you can't come together with nothing, and you're nothing. I watched you tonight, George. I watched you tonight at Daddy's party, and I watched the younger men around you, the men who were going somewhere, and you weren't there, and it snapped. It finally snapped, and I'm going to howl it out, and I'm not going to give a damn what I do, and I'm going to make the damn biggest explosion you ever heard.
You try that, and I'll beat you at your own game.
Is that a threat, George?
Oh, that is a threat, Martha.
You're going to get it, baby.
I am going to rip you apart.
You haven't got the guts. You're not man enough.
Total war?
Total.
Well, she's resting.
Yeah, is she all right?
I think so now. Terribly sorry.
Forget about it.
It happens all the time around here.
Be all right.
Yeah, is she upstairs in a bed, lying down?
No, actually, may I? She's in the bathroom, on the bathroom floor. She's lying there.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, she likes it. She says it's cool.
And still, I don't think that.
If she wants to lie on the bathroom floor, let her. Maybe she'd be more comfortable in the tub.
No. She says she likes the floor. She's lifted up the mat. She's laying on the tiles. She does that sometimes. She gets headaches and things, and she always lies on the tiles. Is there ice?
What?
Ice. Is there ice?
Ice?
Ice, yes.
Ice!
Ice!
Attaboy.
Yes, I'll get some for you.
Besides, we want to be alone.
I wouldn't be surprised, Martha. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Not at all.
No?
No. You'll try anything.
Actually, she's very frail, and...
Is that why you can't have any kids?
What? No, that's not what I meant. I don't see what that has anything to do with...
Hey, baby. Who cares if it does, huh?
Pardon?
Listen, why don't you freshen up my drink? Thanks. Now for being such a good boy, you can give me a little kiss.
Look, I don't know if we should.
Oh, come on, a friendly little kiss?
No.
You're not gonna get hurt, little boy.
Not so little.
I bet you're not.
What if he should come back in?
Oh, George, don't worry about him. After all, who could object to a friendly little kiss? It's all in the faculty.
It isn't that I don't want to, believe me.
Listen, you're a scientist. Come and experiment on old Martha.
Not very old.
It'd be a nice change for you, too.
Yes, it would.
You could go back to your wife all refreshed.
She'd never know the difference.
No one else is going to either, baby. Come
like you.
What are you so cheerful for?
All right, we got ice, so does anyone want to drink? Martha, can I get you a drink?
Sure, why not?
All right, why not indeed? Oh, Martha, you've been nibbling at the glass again.
I'm not.
All right, you're taking care of yourself. We'll just hooch up Martha's drink and we'll be all set.
All set for what?
I don't know, it's supposed to be a party, isn't it?
Oh, I ran into your wife in the hall. Well, actually, I poked my head in the john and saw her sleeping there, so peaceful like. She was actually sucking her thumb.
Aww.
Rolled up like a fetus, just sucking away.
I guess she's all right.
Oh, yes, of course. Why wouldn't she be?
Thanks.
Yes. Well, now a drink for me. Now it's my turn.
Never, baby, never. It's never your turn.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, if you're going on the premise that the worm turns, the worm part's okay, because that suits you just fine. But the turning part, You're going in a straight line, baby, that leads nowhere. Except maybe the grave.
Well, you just hold on to that thought, Martha. You just hug it close. Run your hands all over it. Me? I'm going to sit down right in this chair and read a book.
You're gonna do what?
I'm going to read a book, Martha. Read. You've heard of it, right?
What do you mean you're gonna read a book? What's the matter with you?
There's nothing the matter with me. I'm going to read a book, that's all.
We have company.
Yes, I know, but it's a little after 4, and I always read at this time. But no, you go about your business. I'll sit here very quietly.
You read at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody reads at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No.
The son of a bitch is gonna read a book.
Uh-huh.
So it would seem.
Well, we can entertain ourselves, can't we?
I imagine so.
We're going to amuse ourselves, George.
Yeah, that's nice.
You might not like it.
No, you go right ahead. You entertain our guests.
I'm going to entertain myself, too.
Good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, you're a riot, George. Well, I'm a riot, too, George.
Yes, you are, Martha.
You know what I'm doing, George?
No, Martha, what are you doing?
I'm entertaining. I'm necking with one of the guests.
Oh, that's nice. Which one?
By God, you're funny. I said I was necking with one of the guests.
Oh, good. You go right on.
Good?
Yes, good for you.
I see what you're up to.
Well, actually, I'm up to page 110.
You miserable. I'll show you.
No.
I'll show you!
No, you show him. He hasn't seen it yet. Maybe he hasn't seen it. Have you seen it yet?
I have no respect for you.
Oh, yeah, none for yourself either. I don't know what this younger generation's coming to.
You don't even...
Care? Yeah, you're right, boy. I don't care. So you just take this bag of laundry here and throw it over your shoulder there.
You're disgusting.
Oh, yeah. You want to hump Martha, and I'm disgusting.
You motherfucker! Come on, wait for me in the kitchen, huh? If you could, boy. You listen to me, George. You listen to me now. You stop this kick that you're on and you pay attention to me, or I swear to God I'll do it. I'll follow that guy into the kitchen and I'll take him upstairs.
So what, Martha?
All right. You asked for it and you're gonna get it.
Oh, Lord, Martha, if you want the boy that bad, just have him. But be honest about it. Don't cover it up with all this footwork.
I'm gonna make you sorry, George. I'm gonna make you sorry you ever made me want to marry you. I'm gonna make you sorry you ever came to this college. I'm gonna make you sorry you ever let yourself down.
In the West, encumbered by crippling alliances, and burdened with a morality too rigid to accommodate itself to the swing of events, must eventually fall.